Hello, this is Leah Irby, and I'm with New Conceptions, and I do fertility coaching. And I also want to help people with awareness about infertility so that people who are struggling can get more support from their family and friends. So this video is partly to those who are struggling and partly to those who are their family and friends. So you can also share this this is my perspective, but hopefully it's something that can be helpful. So I want to talk about what it feels like to be in the position of not having a child on Mother's Day when you wish for a child. And everywhere you go, people are wishing Mother's Day, Happy Mother's Day. You're a woman, you're over a certain age, you're kind of assumed that you are a mother. And if you're not, and someone wishes you Happy Mother's Day, it feels like a slap in the face. It was also hard for me to go to church. I felt like I was left out. Even though people tried to do inclusive things, it still was a day where I was always crying. And if they were honoring someone who was a new mother, that was especially hard. I had several times where I just pushed past everybody and ran into the bathroom crying because I couldn't handle it. Or I called my mom to say Happy Mother's Day and I couldn't even get the words out because I was just sobbing. So if you're in that place, I understand. I feel like if someone is going through this and you are their friend or family member, one of the things to remember is they need to be remembered on this day. So you don't have to say Happy Mother's Day, but you can say, I know you are worthy, and I know you are special, and I believe in you, and praise them for the gifts that they do have, because I feel like a lot of times a big thing, the hole you feel when you're not yet a parent, is the feeling of not being included, but also not feeling worthy or not feeling good enough. In our culture, we say that you need to be a parent to have achieved something. So if you get to a certain age and you're not there, it feels like you've failed. Especially if you're trying and trying and trying, you feel like a failure. So having someone remind you that you are loved and you are worthy of an amazing life that you choose. Also, to think about what creative ways is your energy shared with the world even before you are a parent, or maybe you never become a parent. You might choose in the path that you don't want that. And but you have this creative potential. And whenever there is a desire for a child, there is going to be some outlet for that. So either it's going to be through becoming a parent through adoption or surrogacy or pregnancy or IVF. There's many, many ways to become a parent. But there's also many, many ways to fulfill that desire if you don't become a parent and you were longing for that. You can put that creative energy into a book, into a story, into a new business, into many, many ways that you can make this world a better place. It does take a lot of energy to be a parent, and you might decide that you want that energy to be placed somewhere else. So while that decision is not going to be for someone who's supporting you, I think holding space for that creative energy and being reminded that you have that potential, that everyone has a creative potential inside of them. You have so many gifts, and have someone remind you of what your gifts are. That is very powerful. So if you have someone in your life that you know is struggling, please send them a note. Just tell them how much you appreciate them. Tell them what gifts they have that you see. Tell them what their potential is that maybe they aren't paying attention to. Maybe they have some talent that you know about that they're not using in any hobby or passion or business right now, or their work, and it's something that could be really, really meaningful and amazing for them. And for me, I found dancing as an outlet while I was going through infertility. It was a way to express myself and feel creative and energetic, and it was good exercise, and it got me out of that sad place. So reminding someone of what those gifts are that they have to give to everyone in this world is very, very important. I would also say for you who are struggling, who are unhappy that you aren't a parent, please know that there is a path that's just for you. I don't know what it is. I don't know how you're going to travel it or when you're going to get to the end of that path. But there is a plan for you, and you get to decide what it is. And if you are struggling with whether or not God has abandoned you, just so you know, God is there for you. This is not God's plan that you are not a parent when you choose to be a parent. That is not God's plan. God is there loving you through everything. But maybe there are circumstances that God can't change for you, that you have to take a few steps and a few more steps and find your answers for yourself and decide which step you want to take. And then through that process, through the tears, through all the problems, through all the years, God is there holding you up. And maybe you don't see or feel it, but it's there. His presence, her presence is all around you, in nature, in your friends, in your family. So just like the footprints in the sand, when God is walking with you and taking your hand, sometimes you don't see the other set of footprints because God is actually holding you. So just believe that no matter what you're feeling on this Mother's Day or Father's Day, that you have this creative potential inside of you that is going to be manifest in whatever way works for you. And I wish you all the best on finding that place for you. And I hope that those of you who are supporters for other people on their journey can help them, remind them of where their creativity lies.